Yo, what is up? It is your boy Stephlyon, and you guys keep telling me the 4.0 update is coming, and I know it's coming, but I know absolutely nothing about it, so I'm trying to brush up my knowledge on what I should be expecting on this new update. So we're going to be reacting to Board Gamer's video saying 4.0, is it going to actually be ready for release? And let's see if we can learn some new things.
Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news with updates on Alpha 4.0, looking to go to wider PTU soon, it looks like. The last part of the Save Stanton event is upon us before 4.0.
These biomes look very different from what I've seen so far. Like, is this a planet or a moon?
And they've confirmed 4.0 features, or at least some more of them that are definitely going to be in that patch. And there's been some new patches on the ePTU Wave 1 for 4.0 as well. We're going to be talking about that. On the current live build of the game, we've got Phase 4 of the Save Stanton dynamic event, which started on Wednesday the 27th
It's so
of November.
funny because I'm literally... I haven't completed any of it, but I'm having fun trying and failing over and over again, but I haven't completed any of it.
The recent attacks in Stanton have ignited a movement to clean out the criminal element in Pyro. For the Frontier fighters, the resupply hall missions basically have you going to grab stuff that they need, taking it to them. The supply run, rather than the resupply hall, that goes to the Citizens for Prosperity. And yeah, you're grabbing all that stuff that they need. So regardless of who you support, you'll need to complete 6 resupply or supply run missions before the end of the event to be considered completing that particular phase, to then get yourself some ship weapons.
Damn.
The Pyro...
See, because everyone keeps saying that you can only do this once and after 4.0 it's not going to happen again. But my question is really... how important, especially for me, like a new person playing this game, how important is the completion? How important is getting those permanent weapons? Is that something that's super important? Or is that like something I can buy in game whenever I need it and it's just going to cost me a little bit extra money? Like, do I really need it to be permanent on my account?
And Chapter 2 appears to be going live when 4.0 launches.
Oh, there's more than just
the story
that.
will continue after 4.0 launches. And kind of part of this Phase 4,
wow.
CIG say now's the time to choose your allegiance as your choice will matter.
Wait, so this is not just like a one-off event. This is a thing that's like multiple layers. God damn, normally games, when they have events, they just have the event, and once the event period is over, it's done. You don't hear anything about it again until like the next year. But this is going to actually matter in the wider scope of things. What?
Exclusive ship skins will be awarded to those who complete both parts of the story, alongside another unique reward for those who just complete the Pyro section. So you have rewards for Chapter 1, those ship weapons that we just mentioned. Also, Chapter 2, there's some reward, we don't exactly know what it is. And if you complete Chapters 1 and 2, you'll get some ship skins and potentially some other bits. The faction who gets the most resources and has the most players completing the missions for will get a bonus, or will sort of change the way that the Chapter 2 is going to be working. So,
damn, that sounds so integrated.
The Citizens for Prosperity, bam, they're going to take charge in the start of Chapter 2. That would be my expectation. Try to get involved with this event though, because it is a one and done thing, literally as the part of the opening of Pyro up with Alpha 4.0. We do not have a hard date confirmed for 4.0's live release. CIG are still targeting it for the end of the year, so expect it mid-December onwards. I mean, possibly...
Oh, when you guys keep talking about it, I've always thought it's going to be more early December, not like mid. I thought it was going to be maybe in the couple, like next week or like this week even, was kind of the time frame I had in my head. So it's going to be more mid. And the thing is, like, if this is like every other game that I've played so far, when you're doing something this big, if they say expect it mid, we're probably going to be expecting it more like Christmas, you know?
Could be pushed until early next year if
if
it's not ready or whatever. Talking about things being ready and not ready, there was a roadmap update basically just confirming some features for 4.0, saying these features have definitely made the cutoff point. They're definitely going to be in 4.0, and that's server meshing version 1, jump points, the Pyro planets and moons, so Pyro 1, Pyro 2, Monarchs, Pyro 3, Bloom, Pyro 4, which is technically a moon, and Pyro 5.
Wait,
and then you've got...
What? How many Pyros is there? Damn, that's a lot of moons to be... That is a lot of like planets to be adding, bro.
A load of the moons of Pyro 5, Ignis, Vatra, Adir, Pharaoh, Fugo, and Ver. And, how could I forget, Planet 6 of Pyro, Terminus. They also confirmed Pyro space stations being in there,
Damn.
with the quasi-grazer and the new colonialism outposts.
Okay, guys, okay. Let me ask a question. So basically, it's a thing where I feel like you're able to play 4.0. And if so, how do you do that? Because I've always only played the PTU. So I've always, like, whenever I log in, I just go to the persistent universe. Is it with the arena commander mode where you can do the free fly thing? Is that how you get to it? Or, like, how do you play this? Or is it only certain people and, like, maybe creators that get access to 4.0, like, early?
Point defense cannons, and they're sort of what they target.
What are
so
point
they now
defense
target
cannons?
and defend the ship from anything that attacks it. So that's small ships, large ships, not just fighters now, but they'll also shoot down incoming missiles and torpedoes that are locked on and firing at them. This does also mean that they will automatically attack and shoot.
Wait, why do we need point defense? What are are we able to, like, defend locations now?
Anyone that's above friendly fire threshold, including police and even the ship's owners or other party members. PDCs have literally no allegiance to anyone but the ship they are on. And I quite like that. They are sort of dumb AI that go, I operate within this parameter. On the 28th of November and the, at time of recording, most recent PTU patch for 4.0. There's even more polish and performance improvements. There's been a player injury polish as well. So they've increased injury value thresholds by 30% and reduced trigger probability.
Look, guys, look. They have the dogs as a pet. They have the dogs, so we can get the dogs as pets. We can please let me get the dog as a pet. But wait, hold on. Before I just glaze over that, they're making it easier for us to get damaged. They're actually going to make it easier for players to get damaged. I feel like that, because one of the things I don't really like about FPS is it gets too easy at some points, especially when you've done something like a couple of times, you get used to, like, layouts and things like that. I feel like the AI gets a little bit too easy. So having more damage coming in will make me have to think more. So I feel like that's a good thing.
For individual injuries. This is an immediate change until a proper longer-term balancing is conducted. A feedback thread will be available, and obviously they will evolve that. There's obviously loads of improvements they want to put in with Death of Spaceman and mortality and more medical stuff, which is going to be coming later.
Oh yeah, Death of
also,
a Spaceman. I need to watch that,
AI
actually.
Population and behavior has had an update, and they're implementing new NPC voice packs.
NPCs' behaviors are being updated. Yes, this is literally something that's been bugging me. Finally, the NPCs are just too stupid. They really are too stupid, and it's too easy, especially for the FPS side of things. Those are the things I enjoy the most, and I just felt like the NPCs are just really stupid. So having this update coming on is actually really nice.
With many more wild lines and dialogue, the sort of universe should feel a bit more alive. Now,
That's good.
This patch looks like it's very close to going to a wider PTU, sort of Wave 2 PTU, potentially this weekend.
That armor
CIG
looks
are going to be
sick.
very keen to get this to as wide an audience as possible early December, and then try and push it out live by mid to late December.
You see, okay, look, guys, something like this, the way this looks so intricate, this is the kind of thing where I'm like, okay, maybe I need to find a party to play with to finish something like this. This kind of FPS, like, I think it looks like a bunker. It looks like a space station, actually. This might actually be something that pushes people who don't want to play with people to actually play with people. Because this, what I'm watching here looks very interesting.
It's going to be based on, can they get the sort of bugs solved? Can they get performance in a good state? Is the sort of 4.0 server meshing stuff actually in a good place, or is everything busted? At the very least, expect open PTU for the end of the year for everyone, but hopefully live. Something else I do want to talk about, CIG's funding, a bit lower than expected for November so far. So CIG are about roughly $10 million lower than they were.
Oof, that's a big number. God damn.
Though last year's funding made a record-breaking $117 million, so it's not too much of a worry. It's not awful, even if the project only made the $92 million that it's made so far this year, because it's still higher than the total in 2021, which is...
But you know, it's crazy when I'm playing Star Citizen or like reading up about it and things, and it's like, I know a lot of finished games that are supposed to be finished perfect and so good that are struggling to even make like $1 million, $2 million a year to keep things going or pay off debts. And I'm looking at Star Citizen, and I'm like, Star Citizen is out here making so much money, and it's like the audience and the community of this game are just so powerful and are willing to invest in this idea. And I just, every time I play and the more I play, I see why. I see freaking why.
I think something that's contributed to this as well is the lack of selling Squadron 42, especially when they had such a big focus on Squadron 42 at CitizenCon. It's just not available to buy at the moment. And I also think there's going to be a load of new bits and bobs, new ships, and a lot of hype coming out with 4.0. So if they have 4.0 coming
you guys
out
seem to be
year,
super hyped about
a
4.0.
ship sale with that, some new ships.
I'm
like
starting to
the
get hyped.
Guardian, potentially some others. Then that's sort of going to split funding for November, December, and you might have a load more funding than you'd normally have in December. I do feel a bit more of the focus for marketing might be on Squadron 42, as in they're waiting for a big announcement and a release date for that. We do expect it at some point in 2026, Squadron 42. Some of the other interesting stuff as well.
I feel like when that comes out, that's gonna be a big hit. I feel like we don't. Maybe I'm just not well versed in the amount of games I've played or tried that are like more story mode. But I don't think there's another game out there that's this cinematic with familiar faces that can draw you in, because you see these guys on the big screen anyway. So having them in your game just builds another kind of like immersion into it. So I feel like it's gonna do big. And I think it's gonna reach a lot more of like a wider audience than Star Citizen itself, because it's got so much more like appeal to like the general game players and some people who might not even game really. When they see certain people in the actual game, they're like, you know what, I might give this a try.
CIG are selling out on all of their sort of limited hull ships like the Idrises and Javelins. They're selling out almost instantly. So if they did want to raise a load more money, they could easily release a load more of these ships.
Wait.
So I think it's...
Wait, the big ships can sell out? Wait. Star Citizen, you're a game. You are a game, Star Citizen. How are ships selling out? They can make more, bro. Or there should be well, you know what? If there's an unlimited amount and everyone can get one, I feel like it might cause problems and there'll be too many powerhouses running around the place, you know? So, it makes sense, but it's like, bro, you can just make as many as you want.
Selling like the base building ships other than, you know, the Pioneer, but there are a load of other ones that they announced at like CitizenCon, which they're still not selling, not even on concept. And there's nothing really tangible and juicy concept-wise this year, either at the IE yet. Only a big, expensive capital ship, which is now flyable. I don't want a flyable ship that I can enjoy now. I want a future ship that I can live with hopes and dreams. But seriously, I do like some...
But you know what? Him saying that is funny because I feel like a lot of the connection and the fun is having an open mind and wishing and hoping for future things to happen. Because at the end of the day, for me personally, I feel like reality isn't as good as the imagination. Imagination is normally way like more extravagant and crazy ideas than things when it's reality. So when he says having a physical ship that he has now, he doesn't want that. He wants something that you can have a lot of hopes and dreams and craft this crazy image in your mind about it, and then you have a long time to wait before it comes. I feel like that's a big part of the Star Citizen. Well, for me personally, since I started, it's like when I hear like this is coming or that is coming, I'm like, okay, whoa, what the hell? It could work like this, it could work like that, and then it builds up like anticipation and excitement. So yeah, I get that sentiment. But yeah, the same Stanton event, it feels very, it feels like there's a very big level of difficulty. I don't know, maybe I'm just doing it wrong because I keep trying the one where you have to go like save these cargo haulers and do the distress signal, and I keep dying, but it's pretty fun. And I feel like there's a level of difficulty that I enjoy because it's like each time I try it, I do better and I keep doing better. It's like, okay, maybe next time I'm going to be able to pass it. Maybe it's just my choice of ship. I keep using the Cutlass Black, so it might be just my choice of ship. I'm not sure. Can you do like to complete that phase? Can you do different ones, or do you have to do these every single one they give you? Like I honestly don't know how it works, and I'm just kind of playing like off whim and not really looking too much into it. But I feel like for my first experience of an event on Star Citizen, it's pretty fun so far. Just the sound arrangement, the voice acting, and it feels like you're actually doing something and it's not just like prompts on your screen or something. So I feel like that's pretty fun. The fact that you get the permanent things, it's like, yes, there's an allure to, I think, players who understand it a little bit more, but for me it's like if they're buyable in game, I don't know how important it is for me to get it. I feel like just the experience of trying it out and trying to play the game mode and the missions is the big thing for me, and not really completing it. I'm not at the stage yet where I care too much about completion in terms of like missions and events and things, because in my head it's like there's going to be another event sometime and this is my first rodeo, so I don't want to stress too much about things that I can probably get in game anyway. And yeah, 4.0, it's like they seem to be adding a lot of things, like the whole server meshing and things. I've had a lot of issues with where server just stops and says server is loading or whatever, and it's like a long waiting process, and the server starts working again. And you guys said that that's going to be a little bit more fixed with the whole server meshing thing, and there's going to be more players able to be like in a like similar universe or whatever. So that might be fun to see more people, because I feel like sometimes the servers feel empty. Like, yes, a lot of people are on chat and things, but they feel a little bit empty. You don't really see people too much when you're moving around, or maybe people are just in the same area. And yeah, it looks like it looks like there's gonna be exciting times and exciting things to be added. It's almost daunting the way that I'm not even far in my journey, and there's so many more things I'm gonna have to learn. So it's like in my head, it's like, wow, bro, you're gonna progressively keep getting behind and behind with all the things that are coming out, but I'm having a lot of fun. So yeah, don't forget, if you like this video, if you like what you heard, make sure to go check out Board Gamer. And if you like my reaction and like the little things I had to put in, make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on my journey. I think we're getting a little bit more better at like understanding what's going on, you know, so I'm starting to, I want those dogs. But yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.